You've said a number of things about fear, partly in relation to life and partly in relation to religion. It's quite a fundamental feature of human life. Do you see any positive role for it in the development of real maturity?
Real maturity?
Real maturity.
I think it's very important. It depends how would you like to speak more about what you mean by real maturity?
Well, fear is to some extent simply an emotion. It is a sense that things are going against you, that things are out of control, that you'll be hurt, if you do something.
Right, right. So that's very good, and as you use the term motion, you say, and that's the thing, meaning that I'm not here to say that afflictive emotions are something that you entirely get rid of, you see. But as long as they're emotions, they're helpful. The problem with us is that we dwell in it. As long as fear was emotion and it passed and we learned our lessons, it's valuable. But the problem is we don't let fear pass, we dwell in it. And we generate more other kinds of fears. You see? So it's not a learning mechanism in that manner.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask, being a college student, you said that we develop from our mentors up until 17, and then we reach college, and then I'm a personal advocate, your world kind of does come crashing down and shatters. What advice, I guess, could you give when that happens, or what do we need to do as, I guess, a society to help make sure that when those kids rebuild their world, that it's, again, more ethical and, not producing this very fearful society that we have today?
I think, that's a very good question. I think most important thing is, firstly, that when we rebuild the world, being careful that we rebuild it on a much sounder platform than it was previously built on. And a college or a university or a learning institute is a good place for it, because you can experiment with different platforms. You can reason, you can rationale with different platforms and say, well, I'm learning all these things, but what is really good for me? What is it that is going to actually contribute to my healthy sense of living? What kind of knowledge can I cultivate or can I learn from that would help me in a professional manner that is not merely directed towards making money or making assets, but giving meaning to this life? You see, money you can make any time. You see, and you can lose it any time, as most people are realizing it now. You see. But the asset, the real asset of developing virtue, you see, or becoming a good human being, is something that starts there. So mentors, in some manner, although I say that there are lack of role models, but there are mentors everywhere. And you begin to form relationships, you begin to interact more with individuals. You bounce off ideas. You see. Recognizing the fact that your world, what you believe in, may come colliding down. It'll be shattered many times. See? But that is what will make you stronger and will make the foundations for your life much stronger. Oh, for the center? It's very, very simple. It's simply thecenter.mit.edu. Yeah.
Well, thank you all for...
It's simply the center, THE center, the center.mit.edu. Yeah. Yeah. Or I shouldn't be advertising, but if you go to my website, which is easier to recognize, simply imonk.org. You'll find a link there to the center.
Thank you all for coming.